How to get married in Oklahoma. If you are a resident of the state of Oklahoma or simply planning on having a long-distance or destination wedding at an Oklahoma location such as the Will Rogers Theater in Oklahoma City, figuring out how to get married can be an exhaustive process. Oklahoma does not have any residency requirements to get married in the state. From locations to venues, caterers, and getting your marriage license, there are many elements to consider. By finding the right professionals to help you pull off this significant big day and getting your marriage license on time, you can have a beautiful wedding in Oklahoma. Part 1: Getting a marriage license. 1. Determine if you are eligible to marry in Oklahoma. Before you can get your marriage license and married in Oklahoma, figure out if you are eligible to marry under the state's laws, which can vary by county. This will ensure that you don't encounter any problems or delays in getting your license. Neither you nor your partner may be married to another person when you apply for your license. If you are widowed or divorced, you must provide proof of your former spouse's death or of your divorce. You must be 18 years of age or older to get married in Oklahoma without parental consent. 16 and 17-year-olds may apply for a marriage license when accompanied by a parent or guardian. No one under the age of May 16 marry in Oklahoma. Oklahoma allows same-sex marriage. Oklahoma prohibits marriage between family members who are related wholly or partly by blood or adoption. This law also prohibits marriage between cousins. Only persons considered of sufficient mental capacity or possessing the ability to understand what he is doing, may marry in Oklahoma. For questions on specific laws in the county in which you will marry, contact a local county court clerk. You can find a comprehensive list of Oklahoma county court clerks and phone numbers at 2. Gather proper documentation and payment to apply for your marriage license. When you arrive at the county court clerk's office, you'll need to have proper documentation and identification to apply for your marriage license. This will help ensure that there aren't delays in getting your license or married. You must fill out and submit the application for a marriage license in Oklahoma, which you can get at any county court clerk's office. Do not sign the application until you file the application at the county court clerk to help ensure that it is legally binding. You will need one of the following forms of ID: driver's license, military ID, passport, or a state-certified birth certificate with a raised seal. If you were previously married, you must bring a certified copy of your divorce decree or a copy of your deceased spouse's death certificate. Oklahoma doesn't require blood testing to receive a marriage license. Have any documentation that is not in English translated by a certified translator. 3. Secure the license fees. In addition to your documentation and identification, you'll need to secure the right fees to pay for your marriage license. You have the option to reduce the general fee by taking a premarital counseling class. Marriage license fees in Oklahoma are $50, but you can reduce this fee to $5 by completing at least 4 hours of premarital counseling. The Oklahoma Marriage Initiative can help you find a premarital course if you are interested at. 4. Figure out the appropriate county clerk. County registrars are the authorities that issue marriage licenses to couples in Oklahoma. Call ahead of your wedding date to confirm hours of operation, verify requirements, and any other questions you may have. For a complete list of county court clerks in Oklahoma, consult the website. 5. Obtain your Oklahoma marriage license from a county clerk. You must purchase your license at a county registrar before you can get married in Oklahoma. Make sure to have all of the proper documentation and fees prepared before you arrive at the county clerk to avoid delays. Both parties applying for a marriage license must appear at the county clerk's office. Sign your application at the county clerk's office so that it is legally binding. Oklahoma does not have a waiting period for marriage licenses if you are 18 years of age or over. There is a 72-hour waiting period for persons who are between 16-17 years of age to receive a marriage license. An Oklahoma marriage license is valid for 10 days after the county court clerk issues it. The marriage may only be executed within the state of Oklahoma. Part 2. Planning the ceremony. 1. Decide on a location. Before you can begin planning the actual ceremony, you and your fiancé should decide on a location for your Oklahoma wedding. From Oklahoma City to Tulsa and the Tatanka Ranch to Chisholm Springs, there are many places in Oklahoma perfectly suited for a wedding. Knowing the location will also help you apply for your marriage license in a timely manner. Consider indoor and outdoor locations. Oklahoma offers a wide variety of state parks and historic sites that can host your wedding. You may also want to think about a destination wedding at one of Oklahoma's many famous sites such as Will Rogers Theater, Chisholm Springs, or Tatanka Ranch. 2. Send guests save-the-date cards. 6 to 8 months before your actual wedding, and before you send formal invitations, send your guests save-the-date cards for your wedding. This will allow guests to schedule time and save money for travel and gifts if need be. Your save-the-date card doesn't have to be formal as the invitation. It should just let people know the date and location of your wedding. If you have engagement photos or simply a picture of you and your fiancé that you like, you can use this on the card. Send save the date only to the people who you want to attend. Even if some people already know and have said they will come, make sure to send them save the date cards as well. 3. Hire a wedding planner. If you can afford it or just want some extra help, consider hiring a wedding planner. She can help you coordinate the various elements of planning your wedding, from venues to photographers. She may also help decrease stress on your wedding day. The costs of hiring a wedding planner varies greatly according to how they bill, where they are located, and the types of services you want. A good rule of thumb is to estimate about 15% of your total wedding budget for a wedding planner. Some wedding planners may have special deals with several venues that you like to help control the costs. There are many ways to find a wedding planner in Oklahoma. You can ask friends, family, or colleagues for suggestions. You may also want to search for a wedding planner yourself. Generally, the easiest way is to search for a wedding planner is online. Some wedding-related websites offer search engines for wedding planners by location that can help you find several different options. You can also use local wedding magazines, blogs, and city guides to help you find a wedding planner in your location. 4. Find and book a venue for the ceremony. Finding the perfect venue for your wedding ceremony can be one of the most difficult parts of planning a wedding. If you're not using a local wedding planner to help you, there are many factors to consider when looking for and booking a ceremony venue. Think about the type of ceremony you want. Do you want a religious ceremony in a church? Do you want something simple, such as at the Justice of the Peace? Or maybe you want an outdoor ceremony at the beach. Having a basic idea of what type of ceremony you want can help narrow down potential venues. Consider how many guests you have. You'll need to make sure that your venue can accommodate all of your guests comfortably and within local zoning and fire laws. Figure out how much work you are willing or want to do with a location. For example, if you want to get married in a barn, it may require cleaning not only before but also after your ceremony. By contrast, a reception hall, which may not feel as intimate, may provide staff to do the dirty work for you. There are many ways to find a venue in Oklahoma. You can ask friends, family, or colleagues for suggestions. You may also want to search for a wedding planner yourself. Generally, the easiest way is to search for a venue is online. Some wedding-related websites offer search engines for wedding planners by location that can help you find several different options. You can also use local wedding magazines, blogs, and city guides to help you find a venue in your location. 5. Select an officiant. Who you choose to officiate your wedding can have a significant impact on your wedding, including setting the tone for the day. Select an officiant for your wedding who works with the type of ceremony you want and with you and your fiancé's personalities. Your ceremony may help set the type of officiant you select. For example, if you choose a religious ceremony, you will likely want your officiant to reflect your beliefs. If you are not having a religious ceremony, you could have a judge, justice of the peace, or friend who is an ordained minister officiate your ceremony. Any person who is a licensed or ordained minister, clergyman, or pastor of any recognized religion may perform a wedding ceremony in Oklahoma. The officiant must also be at least 18 years of age. Your officiant must sign the license and return to the issuing county court clerk or judge. 6. Locate and arrange a reception venue. Just as your officiant can set the tone for the ceremony, your reception site will set the stage for your celebration. If you're not using a local wedding planner, there are many factors to consider when arranging your reception venue, from number of guests to the atmosphere you want to create. Think about the type of reception you want and style of your wedding. Do you prefer something formal with a band? Or maybe you want something romantic or hip with a DJ? Knowing the atmosphere you want to create at your reception will help you more effectively locate and book your venue. Depending on where your ceremony is, you may want your reception to be at the same place. Some locations, such as hotels, will offer package deals for hosting a ceremony and reception, especially if you've chosen a destination wedding. Make sure your venue can accommodate all of your guests comfortably and within local zoning and fire laws. Find out if the venue is full service, which may help decrease stress, and how much you have to arrange, including a caterer. There are many ways to find a reception venue in Oklahoma. You can ask friends, family, or colleagues for suggestions. You may also want to search for a wedding planner yourself. One of the easiest ways is to search for a reception venue is online. Some wedding-related websites offer search engines for wedding planners by location that can help you find several different options. You can also use local wedding magazines, blogs, and city guides to help you find a venue in your location. 7. Find and book caterer. Food at your wedding will comprise the largest aspect of your reception costs, so you'll want to find a caterer that provides you the highest quality food for the best price. If you can, meeting with several different caterers can help you find the right one for you and your wedding. If you've hired a wedding planner, she can help you find the right caterer and may have special arrangements with specific caterers. Your reception venue may include the cost of food and service in its price. Often, booking the reception venue with an on-site caterer can spare you time and stress. You'll want to ask potential caterers lots of questions, including if they specialize in any types of food and whether they provide tables, chairs, linens, and utensils. Schedule a tasting to ensure that the food meets your standards. There are many ways to find a licensed caterer in Oklahoma. You can ask friends, family, or colleagues for suggestions. You may also want to search for a caterer yourself. You can look online or consult wedding magazines, blogs, and city guides to help you find the right caterer. 8. Choose a wedding cake designer and design. You can either use your caterer or hire a separate wedding cake designer to make the cake for your big day. Choose a design that reflects the style of your wedding and taste that you and your guests will enjoy. You can get many different types of cakes, from simple sheet cakes to more elaborate tiered designs. The benefit of having a tiered design is that you can have different flavors to reflect the different tastes of you and your guests. Meet with several different cake designers and test several flavors of cakes and frostings to find the best one for your wedding. Depending on if your cake designer is in the same city as your wedding, arrange for shipping of the cake on your wedding day. There are many ways to find a wedding cake designer in Oklahoma. You can ask friends, family, or colleagues for suggestions. You may also want to search for a caterer yourself. You can look online or consult wedding magazines, blogs, and city guides to help you find the right caterer. 9. Send the formal wedding invitations. When you've made all of the arrangements for your wedding, you're ready to send invitations for your wedding in Oklahoma. Make sure to include all of the information on your various locations in Oklahoma so that your guests will know where to go. Send the formal wedding invitations 6 to 8 weeks before your wedding. If you're having a destination wedding in Oklahoma, consider sending them 3 months or more in advance to give your guests time to schedule vacation and travel. Make sure to include a deadline for RSVPs of 2 to 3 weeks so that your respective venues can have a final head count and accommodate for it. If your guests aren't from Oklahoma, you may want to include a list of local hotels, inns, or BBs where your guests can stay. 10. Confirm any reservations and take care of last-minute details in Oklahoma. As the date of your wedding approaches, make sure to confirm all of your reservations with Oklahoma businesses. You'll also want to take care of last-minute details within the state, including getting your marriage license if you haven't done so already.